Hey everybody, I'm Lydell Steiner here with Tilmor, and we're doing a live video of inside of our Tilmor Tractor. And I just want to, a couple things here to start off with. If you have any questions, leave those in the chat, or later on leave them the message as well if you want. We're happy to respond to those or touch base with you at any point if you'd like. Also, a shout out to Jason Weston in Bellingham, Washington, Joe's Garden. Thanks for the wonderful shirt, and it's great to have people like you out in our communities, out in our country, out in our world, who are growing great vegetables for our neighbors. So thanks. So back to inside the tractor. There's other videos that we have that you can check out on our YouTube channel that show you kind of more of an overview, so overview of the tractor. But we thought it'd be interesting to kind of look at the innards of it, you might say. Things that you kind of don't get a quick look at that you might be curious about. Well, what does it actually look like on the inside? So step right up here, and we are looking at the Tilmor 520Y, which is the diesel tractor. We also have a gas tractor as well, and that's not what we're reviewing today at this point, but although they are very similar. So as we start here in this side of the tractor, you're going to notice this whole panel here is very open. There's an access panel that you can take 6, 7 bolts out and quickly access both the hydraulic cylinder section and the main trunk of the wire harness. I think, personally, it's pretty well organized and is also very well done. You'll notice things are labeled very clearly. The wires and the harness is done in such a way that it is used sealed connectors. And it's kind of more of the automotive, so that the longevity of the wire harness will be with you for many years to come. A couple things as you notice in here, to kind of zoom in, we have a pretty substantial heavy-duty throttle cable linkage. We have the 2-spool currently hydraulic lift for the front and the rear toolbars. We have the option to add in the 4-spool valve, which would give you also the auxiliary hydraulic for the front and the rear as well. The kits that we have, I'll show you a little bit later where they go, but you'll notice here we have kits that are ready to go on. Amber lights for the road kit, also other kits for the lights, the mid-mount lights and the front lights, and all those kinds of things are ready to roll. Okay? As we kind of move downward, currently we have the tire off as well as one fender. So there's one fender that would go in here in the tire, but by removing both of those, you can see you have a pretty good access into, once again, the inside of the tractor. You'll notice our battery is positioned down here under this panel. You can access the battery from the seat by taking this panel off. You'll also notice this system right here is our brake, for emergency brake, which allows you to safely lock that tight. This gear here, which is on our 2-speed, is for our speed sensor. So the tractor has both the opportunity for you to maintain the speed sensor as also the RPM sensor. As you kind of look in here, you'll notice our disc brakes. We have a left and a right disc brake, and that's pretty easy to access once again. To bleed the brakes or whatever you need to do, that's accessed here from taking the tire and the panel off. As we move a little bit backwards, I'm going to kind of point you in this direction. We have the 2 fuse blocks, and they are sealed once again, keep dust and dirt out. But there's no computer on the tractor. Rather, we use relays and fuses, and this can be added and taped out. And then over here, you're going to notice the clear decal, which shows you which fuse or relay is for what and when you need it for. Okay. As we move over to the side, these are also shown in other videos, but you have your coolant, your fuel filter, and your hydraulic filter. You have your radiator here for your liquid-cooled diesel engine, along with the screen for quick takeout. And then off to the side here, on the back, we have the Kubota engine, which is pretty standard, 3-cylinder Kubota engine, dipstick for oil, and a very basic design there. So as we move backwards on this side, I'm going to have you get down here a little bit, Brant. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go back to this panel right here. Thank you. We got this panel here. This is where we have our fuel shutoff, as well as for the diesel tractor, our ball primer. So if you run out of fuel or if you need to change your fuel filter, you can easily prime it here. Once again, convenient, easy, and well located there. Similar to this side, you're going to notice some similar things as the other. We have our 2-speed heavy-duty drop boxes that we mount our hubs onto. And then going into that, off of the engine, we have 2 belts that drive our transmission, and then 1 belt that drives our hydraulic pump. Once again, I think you could agree with me, very clear, very organized pathways for longevity as well in there. Okay. Up here, you have your fuel tank with a mechanical fuel gauge and a little mini toolbox up here as well. So I'm going to go and we're going to show you the insides of underneath the seat. We took the seat off and we took it off with 2 bolts. There's also a latch here that holds the back, and so it helps keep it safe, but also very easy and convenient to kind of pop that off if you need for quick access. So what you're going to see here is our transmission. This is our 4-speed transmission, and it's easily shifted from the seat with a standard 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. While we're here, you're going to notice once again our wire harness, and I took the seat off, and voila! Oh, it's the seat switch. Very well labeled, so we know what we have and where it's at. As we get over here, you're going to have your high-low. This turns our 2-speed into high-low range. Okay, and then over here we have our hydraulic hydraulic reservoir. Okay. Throttle. And then over here, I'm going to show you a couple things on our panel. This is our cluster panel, and I tried to turn the key on. It's not working. Well, that's because, for those of you who are not aware, we have this very nicely convenient located shutoff switch. And this shutoff switch kills all electric to the tractor. This is very convenient if you're going to work on anything electrical, or if you are going to want to use it kind of as a security tool. Maybe you leave the key in the tractor, but for your kids or for theft, you just hit this blue button, and it shuts off the electric to the tractor. And it's easily located, but not very intuitive if you didn't know what you're looking for. So it kind of keeps things safe. So I'm gonna put the breaker in, and then now I have electric to all systems. The blue light that just came on is our for the diesel engine. It does the glow plugs. We have the park brake light. Over here we have the PTO, if you have that attachment on your tractor. We have the engine pressure light, the electric gauge light, and also up here coolant temperature as well. So you'll notice that we have miles per hour or kilometers per hour if you chose. And then over here we have the hours of the unit as well as the RPMs when it's running. Okay. There's down here, you notice the brakes. We have the left and right brake, and that is engaged with this system of each individual plunger hydraulically pushed calipers there. As we move forward, I've seen these many things before. We have a nice, also made so you can move your tires in and out. From 50 inches on center out to 78 inches on center, both the front and the rear. And there's not much to see up here, but we do have a very basic and nice, convenient mechanical gearbox for steering. So there's pretty simple and pretty basic. And this is kind of a quick overview of some of the insides of our tractor. And then, oh, by the way, there's a little big toolbox for all those wrenches and things.
Do you want to hit the optional kits on the control panel too?
Yeah, we got some optional control kits that are up here. And what we do is we just cut those out if you want to put the kit in. So you have your front headlights, your fender mount lights, and your rear fender lights, and your belly mounted lights for underneath the belly. And then we have the front and rear auxiliary electric as well. So those are some of the auxiliary kits that we can add to our system. So that's an overview of the 520Y, the internal sides of it. I hope that was helpful for you as you kind of get to know more of who we are and the work that we do and the craftsmanship that we create. We build the 520 tractors. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to reach out to us, to call us. We're more than happy to talk. If you want to come and visit us, we're more than willing to do that. We do have individuals who are also available to view their tractors on their farms in different parts of the country if that's something you'd be interested in. But once again, we're here, happy to help and support you in any way we can. Thanks, and have a great day.
Somebody, Cabagiola, said sharp machine, well thought out and practical.
Oh, thanks, Cavigola. Yeah,